Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. This is Wolf. It's good to have you back. So, yeah, it's dark. After recording, kind of abruptly had to leave. So I forgot until much later to save and shut my game down. So, time passed and it's dark. And I don't think it's a big deal. We'll just sleep till morning. I did, you can see over there in the distance, I did a couple things just before I started here. One was I bought the forage wagon. And I felt like I spent money again on something else. And right now it escapes me. Now it escapes me. So as I had mentioned in the prior episode, we installed precision farming. Just gonna run in here and take a snooze. We installed precision farming, which just came out the other day, yesterday. I don't know what day it is. The 8th, I think, April 8th is when it came out. And yeah, let's sleep till 7:30. And so we were trying it for the first time. We bought a couple pieces of equipment, which I really wasn't planning on spending right now because we don't have a ton of money. As you can see, we have loan interest and other things happening, and we haven't even started to make any money yet. But there are things that are needed in order to properly do precision farming. So when we were talking, we were saying basically, or when we were doing a couple of the things, we were basically saying that, man, I wish my mouse would not lag. That we needed to go into the fields and run the weed sprayer in order to get our precision farming score up. For example, here, and I think weeds is the third one down. I wish they would just put a letter beside these. Yeah, weed control is the third one down. There are no weeds here because we plowed the field. But for precision farming purposes, at least in the past, you had to run your sprayer into the field, turn it on, turn it back off. It would register that you actually put weed control on the field, and then you were done. That would go back, that would go up to 100%. I do believe when it comes to nitrogen and pH, however, you don't get your yield percentage up till after you harvest the field. So that's another thing. We attempted to go into the sorghum field and also spray for weeds, because if you look here, it doesn't say, now it doesn't say weeds growing anymore because it's ready to harvest, but you can see there are weeds in this field. There are weeds all through this field. I could not get the weed sprayer to actually spray any weeds. So I don't know what the deal is with that. We own this ready to harvest parsnips. We're not going to do so because I don't have anything. We'll plow these under. Hopefully we'll get a stage of fertilization on these. We should probably just buy the soil information. Yes. Do we have it on any of the other fields that we just need to buy it? Yes. Okay, so yeah, so all of our fields, and this is, we don't need to buy it over here because this is no longer, this is just grass. There's no, this is not an arable field. So we don't have to do anything over there. But yeah, so that's the deal. Now, just thinking, um, parsnips just sell for 250. I have no idea how much I would get off of there. And to lease, how do you harvest parsnippers? Parsnippies, are they a, that's sugar beet and beet. Are parsnips harvested with a regular harvester? No. Is it a vegetable harvester? It is. So to get a vegetable harvester to harvest that field, other than these little ones, which are one row at a time, as you can see. Um, 5,000. That says 5 rows at a time, but that sure looks like one row to me. Or if it says 5 meters or 5, oh, that's that. So yeah, 0.8. But I like I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. So we can I jump the fence? Nope. And I still cannot, like I still can't. I just can't hide this. And I don't even see like what it's hiding. And I can't, I can't demolish it. Enter demolition mode. I mean, it's just very frustrating that I cannot do anything like this. Very, very frustrating. Map makers, don't do this to people. Like, don't hard code your crap. And if somebody wants the ability to remove your fences, give them the ability to remove your fences. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to just pick up our straw. This holds about 200 and some liters, 200 and some thousand liters. Just did not want to go with a little one. We're going to do this for our grass as well, to use the dryer silo to dry it and make it into hay. That's cheaper than all the baling stuff. We can put this in the barn. I'm very, very tempted to buy a dozen bales of hay and some cows just to get that rolling. I would like to get that rolling because it's going to take time. And, you know, if time buys money, why can't money buy time? You know what I'm saying? No, that's not what it means. I said that wrong. I don't know how the saying goes. It's a song. You know what it is. Just put it. Goodness. Put it in the comment section. What is that song? I don't know. Whatever. So, I have no idea what we'll get off of this field in terms of our straw. But I really like this forage wagon. It does a nice job. Has a nice wide pick up. I feel like my steering wheel is not very well seated on my desk here. There, we did miss some there. So this straw should last us. We're gonna get about 10 cows maybe. Or maybe 10 cows. Could we get 5 perhaps? Water buffalo, or 10-10. I always get distracted because my family texts me on the phone all the time. We gotta get the soybean. No, it's not a soybean. It is a sorghum field harvested. That is due to be harvested. I really wish I had a tractor with about 300 horsepower. Actually. We could potentially get this whole field in here. As you can see, weeds are growing here. One of the things that they tell you not to do in precision farming is plow your fields. But I feel like, maybe we'll do a test on this field. I feel like you don't. And by the way, I think I found a bigger seeder, which I might swap out. As long as it's direct drill. But I think maybe we'll test it out here. You have to direct drill in precision farming. It's just more environmentally friendly. It's more soil friendly. You don't get the soil wash away that you may tend to get if you're plowing fields and then it rains and the soil is all loosened and it washes out. And so the goal with precision farming is this more sustainable type farming, which starts at the seeding level. So we'll have to take a look at that. Hopefully, I'd like to get a 9 to 12 meter wide seeder. And I don't remember if on the first episode, if we ended up putting down our manure pit. If we didn't do that, we need to do that as well. Get that down. Our grass should have popped up over there on the grass field. Oh, we did see that already. It did pop up over there. So we'll have a couple months on that until it grows. But we should be able to buy enough hay for our cows without breaking the bank. I don't really have a problem doing that. I mean, we're paying for it, so I don't feel like that's cheat. That's just not being self-sufficient yet, which what farm is when it starts out? Zero. That was a rhetorical question. No farms are self-sufficient when they start. I don't know why we're missing these little sections on the turn, I guess. I do not think this map gives you straw on sorghum. Some do. So we probably will not be getting any straw off the sorghum field, which is not a big deal. Straw is just for the cows bedding for manure. So I feel like we were doing good on this pickup, and now we're leaving splotches around. What is the deal? Look at all those. Why you miss, bro? Why you missing stuff? Crap, I missed a bunch. I mean, it's not a bunch, but you know what I'm saying. Just pick it up, man. I'm anal about this stuff. We don't need every ounce. We don't. We truly do not. No big deal. But it's like if I see it, I just gotta go after it for some reason. Like that spot right there, just caught it out of the corner of my eye. Even though we just ran over this. Like I just freaking ran over that. See, I just ran over it again. Why you be like that, bro? Nope, I'm not getting it. That is forever embedded into the ground. I wonder if it's compacted into the ground from the tractor tires and it just won't pick it up. Could be a thing. There's the old chickens over there doing their chicken thing. I don't know what that is, a chicken thing. But I hope it has to do with laying eggs. The last map I played, I don't know, was it Riverview? I don't remember. I think it was Riverview. I did not see very many deer on that map, but I am definitely seeing deer on this map, which is nice. I really wish they would have added a couple other animals. You know, the random, that's another one that's not being picked up. The random bear every now and then, or depending on, you know, where you're at, maybe an elk. How about a little groundhog? Those are something that you always see on farm fields. That would be cool. So we are going to put as much of this in the cow barn as it will take. And I do believe, good job, chicken. Did I run into one of those things again? I did. I do believe it will go in here. I would be very curious if anybody else is playing the game. If they are having issues with their mouse lagging as they use their mouse to turn and go different directions. Okay, so that only took... That was interesting. Straw. 21. No manure heap nearby. Okay, so that's... We do have to put that down. I know that was one of the things on my list to do. I was going to put it over here, I think. But we apparently hadn't done it yet. And then I do believe if we go over here... Hey, look, we have an egg. It looks like a green carton. I do believe I can dump this off for storage. Over here. Now, let me just double check. Fermenting. Do I have to turn it into something? Can I just not? We're going to do a little bit of this. Now the question is, can I just not go take that out? Because if I just can't take that out, then I'm going to have a storage silo just to store the straw separately. Oh yeah, you can take it back out. Okay, good. Then I assume I would have to activate that in order for it to make straw. Okay. Pretty tight here. I can't delete this building either, I don't think. Okay, so I should be able to just do this. Just unload this here. And just leave it in here for storage. That was the goal. You have some lettuce being stored there. So that's working. I can park this over here. And we're gonna need this. I'll just shut that down for now. Really? There it is. I was gonna say. think I'm just going to kind of just pull this. That'll be in the way. Pull this over here by the chickens. Make sure we give us some room. As for the time being, we don't have to worry about driving through the parsnip field. To get to the sorghum field. Yeah, I may not even have crop destruction turned on, which I don't really care about personally. Like, I don't know why it says I don't have access to that land. I mean, are you telling me that the land in between the land in between my land is not my land? Yeah, no straw there, and I've already missed a little bit of sorghum. This will also feed to the chickens. We can feed to the chickens, so we're probably just going to hang on to this for the time being. We do not own a grain mill, which I would like to own a grain mill. We make flour, and maybe eventually own a bakery, and get into making maybe some cakes or something, which I know is a bigger deal, but we can shoot for that and make some pretty decent money. And I wish a farmer close by would plant a field of grass, because then we could buy that field of grass already planted. Which I think would be nice. But we're going to have to get into the, you know, the same old, the, I'm going to plow every field just because that's how I know. No, I'm not. Okay. So, let's just pause here for a second. Let's take a look. That's the wrong menu. Let me take a look at the seeder or planter or whichever the hell it is. I can never remember, like, honestly. And then I go right past it. Seeders and planters. Planter. That's interesting. Multi-Pro, Till, 4T, Exact. See, I got these, had these in the past. Like, these are very nice. I think I've said this before. This will do everything. It'll do everything. And a large quantity of it. And you can use liquid fertilizer. This one is very similar. It'll plant dang near everything. We're not going to do potatoes, sugar beets. I mean, this one would be fine for us, but it's just so expensive. This one will do, I think, everything we would want to do. What is the fertilizer distribution unit? Is that adding? Okay, that's adding additional literage. Massey Ferguson, Voltra. Oh, it goes like 2 colors. That's it. Well, that's pretty dang nice. They're not charging you for that. So that's 109. And it is 11 meters, which is pretty good. And let's just look at what do we have actually on the farm. Oh, did anything come up interesting for sale? No. No. Oh, I bought a fertilizer spreader and the lime spreader and the forage wagon. That's what we bought. So this is 6 meters. So this is half the width. And I could sell that for 100,000. And it doesn't plant everything. I was just, before I started playing, I was just kind of looking at mods, see what was out there. Never know if there's something new. You know, it's been a while since I've played. But what I do want to do, however, is unload. Yeah. Now we can sell 97,000. Yes, sir. And then we can buy. See, so now we can plant everything with one planter for only 109. So 97 and 112,000 more. And absolutely 13,000 liters, the biggest one. And I'm fine with the colors. So we're going to buy that. Yes. Okay. And 11 meters wide. Perfect. Much better. Much better. Horsepower required 250. Goodness. I don't know what the lag is on this purchase. Must be checking my bank. Sorry about my mic. Checking my bank account. Seeing if that debit card's going to go through. Success. Okay. So now, here's another deal. I love this tractor. $122 grand I can sell it for. It's got 261 horsepower. Shut it down anyways. Nope, that's the wrong menu. Oh, can I get... a decent priced 313 horse. Hmm. Okay, so you can't do that. I would have to do that. This is going to be so expensive. I'm going to run out of money. You know what I'm saying? But this does not have something that I feel like we may need. This will never go up to enough horsepower. It doesn't even change. This is what I'm looking for. So I gotta go back to large tractors. Spend all my money on a tractor. 280, 420. I hate the color. Make it look like a New Holland, even though it's a Valtra. But this does not have... Oh, yeah, it does. Let's have that. I think I'm making a big mistake here. Saying a door on that side? Is that what it's saying? It is. Hmm. 420 horsepower. This would do anything we need it to do. And we can sell the other one. Go with a true no T8. The only problem with this one is I don't like the white wheels. Do we get Massey? I'm just surprised that I can't get more horsepower out of a medium tractor. Maybe we can get 302 out of that one. Once again, that one doesn't have the... That's not set up for the thing. Although I don't think we need it. Although I don't like those tires. They all going to be like that? There we go, Midas. Standard with wheel weights. 3-point on the front. Jet black or black? Onyx black? Beacons? No. Windows? Clear, dark. America? No. Radio antenna? No. 3-point, yes. Canaveras and protection. What is that? What are we doing here? Can't. Got a toolbox. Is it adding weight somewhere that I do not see? Grid. I have no idea what it was doing. Okay, well, let's do that. Um, 122, so... Okay, so that wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. Don't get me wrong. But... nice tractor. Should pull this. Big cedar. And I might literally go around, if it's irritating to me, to have the trees along the edge of the field. Because it gets in my way, but it also doesn't make for good video. So I may... is that snow? No, it's 59 degrees out in September. Alright, so those are a couple upgrades. Good upgrades. Costly, albeit. But a couple good upgrades. Got the flashers going. No flashers on my cedar. I'm very thankful they didn't make these posts along the edge of the road. Collisionary. Thank you, mod maker, map maker. It's our grass field over there. I think that little tree right there needs to go. It's a big cedar. This was a big buy for the farm. Turn the beacons off. See if we can get the grass seed in. Okay. Really like to find some things on sale every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Might be nice. This should help us. I'm thinking very seriously. As much as I hate to take field away, I'm thinking very seriously of taking a chunk of this field away. And then a chunk of this field away. And making some roads so that we can get around the farm, since I can't freaking take this fence out. I don't know if there's a mod. I mean, I have the hide objects mod, as you've seen, but it's still not letting me get rid of those. Fences, and I'm not happy about that. Could maybe reach out to the map maker and see if he can make those removable. So it's interesting. I'm just noticing up in the top left-hand corner of the screen. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I don't know what that is telling me. I think the 87% is the percentage of yield that you're getting. But then there's 0.3 a hectare, 2.1 hectare. I don't know what... Is this a 3 hectare field? and I have 0.3 of it done. Maybe. Could that be what it's telling me? I think maybe we'll do another headland here. Sorry, buddy. Don't mean to be driving in your field. No, because that 2.2 went up. Or is it telling me that the average yield is 2.2 per hectare? Just love seeing the traffic going by up ahead of us. There's a dump truck, car, SUV. Going back this direction so that our pipe opens into the field, part of the field that we've already harvested. If you're wondering why I switched directions. Yeah, these trees drive a fellow a little bonkers at times. I don't know if there's been a mod that came out. I had to mod in Farming Simulator 22, which allowed me to speed up the operating speed. When you bought a vehicle or when you bought an implement, for example, if I bought this header and it's only 6 miles an hour, you could make it like maybe 9 or 10, so that you could harvest at a little bit faster rate. That's not a realism thing, but like I said, I'm not really here for the ultimate realism situation, obviously. But it just helps for YouTube content creation to maybe be able to get a little bit more work done. And honestly, the more you can do to create videos that don't require like a ton of editing after the fact, just the more simple life becomes. You could get a bigger header. I don't know if we'll get the rest of this in this hopper or not. It's kind of a catch-22. You kind of want to say, I hope not. But then on the other side of the coin, you want to say, can I hope so? So going back to the precision farming discussion, I think, you know, when I was trying to put down herbicide, and I just think that despite what the display was saying on the field information, I think that there just weren't any weeds in the field. We could test relatively simply, I guess, in that parsnip field before we plow it, although it's ready to harvest, so never mind. Yeah, you can't do that, actually. You can't kill the weeds once it's ready to harvest. So we'll just have to see how it goes. We're not going to need weed killing. I could go over to the grass field and just see if I turn on the sprayer, will it do that same thing it did in 22, where it would count the field then as weeded and give you the score. And ultimately, what you're trying to do is you're trying to create the greatest or the highest environmental score so that you can get the largest bonus whenever you sell anything. So if we sell grain, we're going to get bonus money for having a higher environmental score. That's one of the financial benefits, cold hard cash, to precision farming. The other one is that it doesn't take near as much fertilizer, lime, or herbicide. So if you're, in the mindset that I was going to buy those implements anyways, I was going to do a herbicide sprayer because I have weeds turned on. It does cost more money to put the see and spot spraying feature on it, and how long it actually takes to recover or recoup that money to where it's turning into a profit, I am not sure about that. That would be an interesting test to run. Because you could put the see and spot spray on, and then there's that pulse add-on, and that I did find out that pulse add-on feature that we were looking at on the sprayer, it changes how the spray nozzles spray the herbicide and fertilizer. I believe you can still use, and it will create a more even application of herbicide and fertilizer, so that your field is more evenly fertilized, which is better because you'll get a better score out of it for precision farming. And then it also functions better when it comes to operating with while you're turning. So that pulse feature on your spray nozzles benefits you in terms of I'm gonna back up here, in terms of a more even application. Did I just kill crop? I may have. A more even application if you're going on fields with turns and stuff as you're spraying. So it's like a $15,000 investment into your sprayer, but it makes it more efficient. It gets you closer to that quote-unquote perfect nitrogen application that you're striving for on precision farming. Precision farming is the word I was trying to say. So we're gonna get the row of shame, or are we gonna make it? I think we're gonna make it. Barely. Did we make it? Did we make it? We made it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, well, we will get this. Trees, trees, trees. I do like I don't know if this is a mod that I have, that it shows while it's emptying, it shows me how much is in the trailer. So we're going to get roughly about 16,000. 16,000. So this is our grass field. Yes, it is growing. It says needs rolling, but whatever. Perfect. It's not a great field, to be honest with you. 78%. So what do we see on here once we've harvested? Yeah, we went up to 70%. So you can see, second one down, pH is perfect. And that's nice, that field info. Nitrogen is bad, weeds are small. Tillage, soil sampling is good. Tillage, so it'll be interesting to see. See, this one we harvested before we precision farming, so it doesn't show anything about the nitrogen. So it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out. But our environmental score is now up to 62. So it says right here, your environmental score increases your sell prices by 4%. So we'll get a 4, at 62, we'll get a 4% bonus on everything we sell. And cha-ching, cha-ching, we'll take it. Yeah, I think I'm going to create some roads along here. Just to enable us to get to our fields a little bit easier. I'm not very well lined up there, I don't think. I have no idea if that actually locked into place or not. Let's see if I can drive around the back. I might level this hill out a little bit back here. Make a little bit better driveway right in there. Are we in? Oh no, we should close up shop. There we go. Bring this over to the silo. I just want to be able to go like right here. You know what I mean? Like I want a gate. Like right here. To go in and out of the farm. I just want this section gone of fence. We can see if the birds need anything. I don't think they're going to take any food. They'll take a little bit, but I don't think they'll take much. Let's see if we can give them a little. $18. Well, I took a couple thousand. Put this in the silo. Nothing yet from that. Okay, so I'm gonna do something. How much is um square hay bale, which is 8,000, 4,500, 864. So 8 bales, 10,752. 8 bales, 10,752. So if I do this, just for simplicity's sake, 10,000 minus minus 10,752, and then do that again. Bale of hay, Let's say 9,000. Do they have square? 8,000. They were 8,000 liters. And I bought 8. Why did it do that? Why does it switch? There's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. All right, so that gives us a lot of extra, actually. Okay, good. All right, so then... let's do 3 of those. Let's do 2 of those. Let's do 2 of those. Let's do 2 of those. I'm just randomly making up stuff. Let's go ahead and try 3 water buffaloes and 3 adults. Okay, cool. And I just love it. I love that they're out here hanging out on the farm. Hey, Mama. Okay. I love this. This reminds me of my home, like you wouldn't believe. So we had a pasture field that we had a big house, big farmhouse. Wasn't nice. It was just big, right? It was okay, but it wasn't anything special. And we'll see if they get up to 100% health. They got meadow grass, they got hay, and straw. And it is hay, right? I didn't buy the wrong thing. Total hay, yeah. And meadow grass, so that's good. Total effectiveness. I think we should be okay. Anyways, this reminds me of home because we had a like a big front porch on the farmhouse, and you could see the cows and the calves running through the pasture field in the springtime and stuff, and to look across this hillside, you know, it's on a slope, just reminds me of fam. It's silo extension, manure pit. Maybe we want to go like this. Goodness gracious. Now back. I just maybe flatten this out a bit over here. And then smooth this area. Am I smoothing? And some grass. Move that. Bro, like, why are you telling me flattening failed, man? Oh, you're gonna have to be like that. So I think I can still... My gosh. I think I can still get in and out of here. So then... Okay, so now if we look, we do have a manure heap. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go do it. We get back in here with our slurry spreader, and we can pick up the slurry there. And we can also just drive next to this, pick up the manure here. And we can also still drive around the back of the shed. So that should be good. So we should be all set there. And, yep, that is going to do it for this episode. It's a long one. Very, very long. Green egg cartons and brown eggs, man. I love it. Animals are 100% health. 50% production rate. Reproduction rate. Okay. And 32 pieces of eggs. Okay, good deal. And we will catch you right here next time on Farming Simulator 25. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate your patience with the channel. Just keep your eyes out, and I'll do as much as I can do whenever time permits. Just trying to do the best I can. So I appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you right here next time. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.